Hi, and welcome to the Colorado Giants show. In Denver, find us upstairs at the Tavern in Platt Park. In Boulder, the basement of the Lazy Dog. And in Colorado Springs, the Good Company Bar. We'll be watching all the games in all those locations. Giants are coming off their first win of the 2018 campaign, and it feels great. They are consensus 3.5 point underdogs in the Meadowlands against the high powered offense of the Saints. Saints are very heavy on offense and very weak on D. The Saints are 2-1 and not afraid to play from behind. In fact, they're coming off a win that was beautifully orchestrated on an overtime drive. 54 of their 104 points have come in the fourth quarter or in overtime. That's over 50% of their points are coming in the fourth quarter or overtime. What can we expect from the two of the three oldest quarterbacks in the NFL when they duel it out? Let's find out. The Giants offense will be putting in work without Evan Engram with a sprained MCL, who will be sidelined for 2 to 4 weeks. The Saints do not even attempt to stop the pass. They give up 336.7 yards per game through the air, which is good for 30th in the NFL. Eli's game just woke up, so if Chad Wheeler can bounce back from his shaky start against J.J. Watt, should be a good show. To be fair, Shermer did say that he competed on every single down, talking about Chad Wheeler, and drawing J.J. Watt on single coverage, one-on-one was definitely a hard way to start. Also, the Saints are very stingy on the ground, giving up only 84.3 yards per carry per game in the first 3 games, which is good for 6th in the NFL. It's particularly impressive since they're usually playing from behind, and the other team would want to control the clock and run the ball. So the Giants just started run the ball last week since they actually had a lead to protect. And it would be hard to imagine that this balanced offensive approach is going to continue into this week. The Giants have been very efficient on third downs, converting 44%, which is good for 8th in the NFL. The Saints give up the 25th most third down conversions at 44%. So that's what we can expect when the Giants have the ball. Now let's talk about when the Saints have the ball. The Giants will hopefully be getting back their much-needed Olivier Vernon as he's practiced the last 2 days. The Giants desperately need him as a pass rusher. The players to watch on the Saints offense, obviously, Drew Brees, running back Alvin Kamara, who's just a stud, and wide receiver Michael Thomas. The D is going to have their hands full with this one. Drew Brees is one of the most prolific orchestrates one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. Drew's been in the NFL longer than Eli and's just lighten up the scoreboards. He's the number 3 quarterback for passing yards per game at 359.3. He's number 1 for completion percentage at 80.6%. Eli is fourth, by the way. For percentage. But I need to repeat that because it can't go under the radar. 80.6% completion rate. That means that if he's dropping back 5 times, 4 of them are completions. That's unbelievable. He's also number 4 passer in the NFL with a passer rating of 122.2. In the last game against the Falcons, he just passed Brett Favre for the most completions in NFL history. And when he gets 419 passing yards, his next 419 passing yards, he will be the NFL's all-time leader in passing yards to add to his collection of records. Will that happen this week? I hope not, but who knows? The Saints offense is number 4 in the league for total yards with 428 yards per game, and number 2 in points with 34.7 points per game. The Giants have not been getting sacks, and the Saints know how to protect Drew Brees very well. They've only given up 5 sacks on the season, which is good for 7th in the NFL. Only 12 quarterback hits, which is tied for 5th in the NFL. Brees is also very good with his footwork in the pocket. Hopefully, Olivier Vernon will play and kickstart the sack attack that we really desperately need. The attack is anything but balanced, though, with the Saints only rushing for 82.7 yards per game, which is, towards the bottom of the pack at 28th in the league. The Giants haven't been great at stopping the run, averaging 111 yards per game on the ground, which is also good for 18th in the league. Now, Alvin Kamara is a beast. He can run hard. He can juke. He can make you miss. He can catch out of the backfield. Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Saquon Barkley too. Also, you need to watch Taysom Hill. He's the third string quarterback, which sounds strange, but he's super athletic. He's a special team standout, and they also put him in on many plays direct snaps. It makes it very interesting because now you have to defend two quarterbacks, but he's also kind of a running back. All right, so what do the Giants need to do to win this game? They need to continue to convert their third down conversions and score lots of points. Maybe the Giants finally get past that elusive 30-point game mark that they have yet to do since Tom Coughlin's last game as head coach. P.S. That was a while ago. They also need to bottle up Brees as much as possible and get some pressure, make him feel uncomfortable, because clearly the guy is one of the most prolific players in the game when he's got the time. And then squeeze the wide receivers and running backs on the outside, where Drew Brees throws over 70% of his throws. Thank you all for watching the Colorado G-Men show. We'll see you at the Tavern in Platt Park, the Lazy Dog, and Good Company Bar in Denver, Boulder, and Colorado Springs, respectively. Go Giants!